After years of waiting, the moment finally came. All the tribes of Israel gathered around David at Hebron. They said, "We know you're one of us. Even when Saul was king, you were the real leader, and God already said you'd be our shepherd." So David made a solemn covenant with the elders before God, and they crowned him as king over all Israel. He was 30 years old when he began to reign and ruled for 40 years. He had spent 7.5 years leading Judah, and now he would lead the entire nation. But there was a problem. Jerusalem wasn't exactly vacant. The Jebusites, a strong tribe, lived there and mocked David's attempt to conquer their fortress. They said, "Even our blind and lame guards could stop you." But David was undeterred. Through strategy and courage, his men climbed through a secret water tunnel and took the city. David renamed it the City of David, expanded it, and made it his home. From that point, David's influence and success grew steadily because the Lord was with him. Even foreign kings like Hiram of Tyre sent wood, builders, and craftsmen to help David build his palace. David realized then that God had firmly established him, not for his own fame, but for the sake of God's people. David also built his family in Jerusalem, and his household grew. Soon, the Philistines heard that Israel now had a unified king, and they weren't happy. They came out in full force to capture David. But David didn't act impulsively. He went straight to God for direction. "Should I fight them?" God answered, "Go ahead, I'll give you the victory." David obeyed and crushed them at Baal-perazim, declaring, "The Lord has broken through my enemies like a flood." That's how the place got its name, the Lord who breaks through. But the Philistines came back again. David asked God again, and God gave a different strategy. Don't attack head on. Circle around. Wait until you hear the sound of marching in the tops of the trees. That's me going before you. David waited, listened, and moved only when God moved. Lessons. 1. Wait for God's timing. David didn't rush to take the throne. When the time was right, everyone came to him. 2. Victory often requires strategy and obedience. Sometimes God gives you a direct go, and other times a wait. 3. Your success should serve others. David realized God established him not for his ego, but for the good of the people. 4. The Lord of the breakthrough is still at work. When you face strongholds that seem impenetrable, remember, God can burst through every barrier. Don't repeat yesterday's strategy. Each new challenge requires a fresh word from God. Short prayer. Lord, thank you for being the God of breakthroughs. Help me to wait on your timing, follow your leading, and trust your strategy. Establish my life, not for my glory, but for your purpose. Amen.